Đội trưởng Vũ.
Okay, everyone, we're gonna do something really cool. But I need you to be absolutely quiet. I know it's really hard for Cub Scouts, but other people, parents, leaders, and Venture and Boy Scout, I hope you guys can do it. Cadet too. So, we're gonna make rain. It's really hot. It's not really hot, but it's really dry. So we're gonna make some rain. So we're gonna divide into 4 groups. I'm not gonna have a very fine line about where your group will be, but try to stay kind of like between the lines. So the first group will be from this side. The second group will be this side. Everyone in this range. The third group will be everyone in this range. And the last group will be everyone in this range. So, if you're not sure which group you belong to, just do whatever you think that the group that you belong to. So again, this whole line on the left side is the first group, second group, third group, and fourth. So all you need to do is have 4 people in front of you. Can you guys, I need 4 lights, 4 strong flashlights, because I need everyone else. So I need 1 flashlight to Trưởng Quang, 1 to Trưởng Hạnh, 1 to Trưởng Liza, and 1 to Jung. You guys don't have to do it all together, because I need more people. I need more flashlights, that's good enough. Okay, so all you need to do is within one group, whatever this person is doing, you're gonna follow the exact same thing. Don't do whatever the other group is doing. And one important thing, you need to be very quiet. So I'm gonna blow a hush down. Hush. Blow a hush away. Thank you. Karen. So first group, just follow whatever you want to do. Don't laugh.
What are you doing?
Don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh. You need to listen, you need to use your ears.
Washing your hand.
It's a sound effect. Hey, quiet down.
Hector, quiet. Hey, what's
Thank you.
Công ty chỗ nào hết vậy? Okay. Oh, here is the moment we're waiting for. So let me turn the mic over to Chris Trung So take it over, Chris.
Okay, so before we begin, I'd like to ask the audience to turn off the flashlights and stay silent. Alright, so if you can stay silent and turn off all flashlights, like you up there can still see the red. Yeah, thank you. Okay, for a very long time, only 2 organizations were allowed to retire the flag, Veterans and Boy Scouts. In 2012, Girl Scouts have joined us in that honor. So it's with a great privilege that we do this retirement ceremony. Just a simple piece of colored cloth, sewn together in a red, white, and blue design. A piece of cloth that of itself was nothing more than a hanger blow in the wind. But to thousands of people, throughout our nation's glorious history, it has stood tall, standing as a monument of freedom for all Americans. Men and women have given their lives for it, fought for it, cried for it, and revered it as a symbol for the greatest country on earth. Books, songs, and poems have been written for it, and our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner, was inspired by it. Each day our children are encouraged to pledge their allegiance to it, and whenever it is raised or passes by, we all place our hands over our hearts or salute it. It stands for the freedom we all share and the pride and patriotism we feel for our country. But when the flag has served its usefulness and no longer is suitable to represent our country, it must be retired and replaced. I believe that a task of this magnitude warrants a well-thought-out plan and a guide to properly dignify this event. The only official resource that I was able to find was in the United States Code, which simply states, soiled flags may be renovated by either washing or dry cleaning. Worn-out flags should be destroyed in a dignified manner, preferably by burning. The importance of this act and the pride and emotions that it evokes make it a very powerful event that can serve as a reminder of our national pride and help instill the values brought forth in developing good citizenship in our youth. With this in mind, the retirement of our nation's flag then becomes a heavy responsibility that must be addressed with the proper respect and dignity it deserves. Flag retirement ceremony can be done in many settings, but it's most effective in a small group setting. It should not be made a grand event or public display. Rather, it should be a small, solemn occasion with a specific group or organization. A special ceremony or campfire should be appropriate. The actual ceremony should be an event by itself with no interruptions or other business during the ceremony. It may be a separate part of a larger program, which should have its own time from beginning to end.
We are here today to honor the symbol of our country and retire a flag which has served its useful life as a symbol of freedom and our country.
I am your flag. I was born on June 14, 1777. I am more than just a piece of cloth shaped into a colorful design. I am the silent sentinel of freedom for the greatest sovereign nation on earth. I am the inspiration for which American patriots gave their lives and fortunes. I am the emblem of America. I have led your sons into battle from Valley Forge to Vietnam. I have been there through the Civil War, 2 World Wars, at Gettysburg, Flanders, Korea, the Gulf War, in Iraq and Afghanistan, all of them. I was there with George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Teddy Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy, and I'm here with you now. I have flown through peace and war, through strife and prosperity, and amidst it all, I have always been respected. My red stripes symbolize the blood spilled in defense of this glorious nation. My white stripes, the burning tears shed by Americans who lost their sons in battle. My blue field represents God's heaven under which I fly, and my stars clustered together unify the 50 states as one for God and country. I am Old Glory, and I proudly wave on high. Honor me, respect me, and defend me with your lives. Never let our enemies tear me down from my lofty position, lest I never return. Keep alight the fires of patriotism, strive earnestly for the spirit of democracy, and keep me always as a symbol of freedom, liberty, and peace in our country. When it comes to time when I'm old and faded, do not let me fly in disrepair. Rather, retire me from my duties, only to replace me with a new flag so that I may continue to symbolize our country. With this, Renew your commitment to what I stand for and pledge your allegiance to me one final time.
Color guards, present colors. Scouts, please stand up. Scout, salute. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States
States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
2. Thank you. You may now be seated.
As you can see, this banner before you is worn, tattered, and soiled from use and age. Her broad stripes are no longer fiery red and pure white, but faded and worn out. The stars in the blue background are no longer vivid reminders of our blue skies and great land, of the purity, vigilance, and justice she should represent. She has flown proudly over the years and has done her job well, but now she must be replaced with a new flag to properly represent this great nation of ours.
The flag of our nation should always be a strong, vivid symbol of our land and fly brightly in our minds. Our flag is a symbol of our people, our freedom, and our strength. So it is now that I commit this flag, which no longer can fulfill these duties, to the fire, so that we may replace it with a new flag to properly symbolize our nation. May the spirit of this flag be born again in the new flag we will now fly.
Scouts, please rise. Scout, salute. 2. And that will conclude our ceremony. You may now be seated.
There's different ways to do this. No, like. That's what I thought. And I'm like, whatever. You don't just like it matter as long as. Fire! How?